You players, it's your boy Cousin Roy back with another episode of Talking Manchester. I almost forgot the name of the show because we got absolutely hammered 4-1 by Manchester City yesterday, and I wanted to do a podcast today to just talk about how we're all feeling, man. So let's get it all in. Look, man, I don't think I've ever felt this way before after a game. Like for real, man. I we kind of built up so much momentum heading into this game, and I thought, we could at least hold City to a little bit, just hold them to a little bit, maybe a loss of 1-0 or 2-1, but never in my wildest dreams did I expect 4-1, and I really, really did not expect to see us play like that in the second half, you know. So this is what we are. This is what we are, guys, right now. This is exactly where we are at. There we go. What's up? We suck again. Yeah. We suck again. That's right. That's right. You see that? I wanted to get the full thing in front here to say we suck, but I couldn't get it. So, yeah. There you go. This is Manchester United's entire season. Not just we suck again, we suck always. Man, here's the thing, huh? After such a performance, right, where City took all the plaudits. City took all the credit. They took center stage yesterday. They played us out of the pitch, right? We saw none of our players have any passion. None of our players like really dying for the ball. Like really huffing and puffing for the ball. It's just like very very pedestrian. And then you wake up today and you're like the butt of jokes of the entire league, judging by how much money we spent to kind of build up on this team. And I'm just want to ask, huh? Is anybody speaking about Jack Grealish? Is anybody speaking about Phil Foden? Nobody. Every single news today, right, is dissecting, crisecting, tripsecting, whatever word you want to use it here, how Manchester United played yesterday and how they played so badly. The other thing they're dissecting, which only a little bit, and maybe 10-15%, is how well City played. Which everyone said, oh yeah, we kind of expected that, no, so it's normal. So let's just talk about Manchester United. Nobody gives a crap about Phil Foden. Nobody gives a crap about Jack Grealish, these two English players who, I think Foden played very well yesterday. Grealish was okay. I think Grealish is benefiting playing in a strong team. And then what I didn't expect was this lah. Marcus Rashford now is not sure where he wants to go. Apart from Marcus Rashford not sure where he wants to go, now the storylines are Cristiano Ronaldo maybe had a little tiffy, and then decided to fly back to Portugal because of the injury. Just because Ralph Ragnick saying in the press conference, well, I have to trust the doctors and what they say. If the player is not available, it's not available. He was pressed. I think the one thing I saw in his frustrations, in his eyes, in his tone was yesterday when he said we had to bring in Rashford and what's his face, huh? We had to bring in Rashford and the other striker on for Fred and Pogba. Lingard, sorry. You need to bring Lingard and Rashford on because those were the only attacking options he had. Nobody else was there. You can see the frustration that Cavani is not making himself available. £250,000 a week, not even playing, not even travel, not even training. There's 1 million. That's how I estimate he's earned about 10 million bucks sitting on the bench. Really, 250 a week. 1 week is 4,000. They play 30 something weeks in the season. Not with, I think, including the 30 something weeks. I think is also including the off season. So you got all these happening and money just flying out the window for guys not even in training. We don't have starting options. And I thought the rule was if you're injured, you cannot go anywhere. You have to train at the club. So how come now I'm only like, so okay, you tell me Ronaldo went to, so you're telling me now Ronaldo went to Portugal, is it? I thought if you're injured, you're supposed to stay in the club. How come this fellow went to Portugal? So what's happening now? You know? Then the apart from that, then the next one that comes out is Rashford doesn't want to continue at the club. So Rashford's contract is expiring next season, right? 2023. Now he doesn't want to sign, and the club has an option, player option to extend. Both of them haven't spoken because apparently Rashford wants to wait and see what his position is in the club because he hasn't been playing lately. What nonsense is this? You mean few months, few I mean after he came from Euro and all that, you want to call it a lull? I'm not really sure, but One season the fella doesn't play well, and then all of a sudden he wants out of the club. Is it? You see, you should be highlight the English British press should be highlighting news like how well Foden managed to trick Lindelof yesterday. You know how he was fast, how decisive he was, how he missed a few chances he could have scored, how he was terrorizing the defense, how he link up play with Bernardo Silva was so nice, man. It was really nice, lah. It's like, damn, man, how come we can't play like this, huh? How come I never talking about Bernardo Silva all over the pitch? Okay, never mind, he's not English. How can I never talk about Jack Grealish today? Came back after a few games. I was surprised he started, but he started and he played well for all accounts, intended purposes. I thought he played okay. But everyone's writing about Manchester United. Now the new news is, apart from that, another news that coming out is now they are pets. So the players are Samuel Luckhurst, who writes for MEN. MEN News, I tell you, is the most goring news in the planet. Now it seems that the players are complaining. Today's sources inside the club said that the players are fed up with somebody who is a teacher's pet. So there's a player right now who is a teacher's pet, and they're not happy because he's starting every game even though it's not good. I'm thinking, who the heck in this team can be a teacher's pet, coach's pet? Number one, there's no German player in there. All right. The only Eastern European fella there is Matic, and he's not playing every game. Right? If I look at the one who's playing every game, starting every game, is there anyone? Maguire is always there on the team sheet. Ronaldo is almost always there. Bruno lah. Oh, is Bruno Fernandes the teacher's pet? Oh man. Okay, if Bruno Fernandes is the coach's pet, that makes a lot of sense because he's starting every game. Past two games, I wouldn't say he was at his best. Missed a few chances there. Yeah, I know it's difficult, guys. I know it's hard to score. I know, guys, but when you get expensive players to the club, you expect them to take those chances. That's why we talk about it. If it's a Sunday school game or your weekend game with your friend, Daira game, district games, you can give them chance. When you're spending tons and tons of dollars and you realize for your cable you have to pay for it, you want to pay for your jersey, all that nonsense, your internet bill, maybe to watch the football, everything has to pay. So when you're paying money, you have to expect something. Lah. And they're getting paid well. Secondly, you got to continue putting pressure on the players because the club and the board are taking money out of the club. Lest we forget, they bought the club leveraged with a bank, few banks. That means the bank say, okay, you borrow from us first, but you pay us the interest. You don't take a cent of your own money to buy the club. And then in the meantime, they take their money and they keep it. So every year, they take a little bit of money, like 10 million, 20 million, and put in their own pocket profit. So Manchester United is still reporting profits. I don't know. Did we ever report any losses? Maybe lately. Lah. I don't think we reported any losses lately. So we're still making tons of money. We're spending tons of money, but no results because these guys are incompetent. So you have a right to question. And today, after a derby loss like that, I really want to. I'm questioning everything. Like at this point, it seems like it'll take a miracle for us to finish in fourth place. It will take maybe another mini miracle or a lot of luck next season to maybe come back. Playing the stupid Europa League and all that rubbish, and then we'll reach the finals and lose anyway to another Spanish team. So and then someone put Manchester United transfer budget. If we make the Champions League, is 80 million. Our transfer budget, if we play in the Europa League, is 50 million. 30 million ain't going to make a big difference to us, man. Let's be honest here. 30 million is nothing for Manchester United. You can't even buy a proper player for 30 million these days, especially in our club. So after a heavy loss like that, I sat down here, got up, read the news, see what the manager had to say. Can see he's agitated. Can see he wants to move on to the next game because Spurs and Liverpool at home not going to be easy. He doesn't want to dilly dally. He doesn't want to wait. He doesn't want to dwell. Fine, but again, he said first half good, second half not good. Don't know why. Asked him, he said he's not sure. City was a strong team, but they didn't defend properly. They couldn't find the rhythm. Then he said there was nothing they could do about the third goal. It was very nice. I'm thinking, you kidding me? City were in so much control that they were reading the game and reading us extremely well. You see, scoring goal is also sometimes a matter of timing, especially when it comes from set pieces. What kind of set piece to use in certain situations. To call that set piece at that moment, high ball, boom, one shot before no volley, and then for the ball to go in, it's just like everybody ball watching lah. Like I think for the guys who are just new Manchester United fans, they won't understand what it is we are talking about. What it is I'm talking about right here, right now. You see, back then, every time Manchester United played, we were the ones who always overworked the opposition. The team would never let the opposition work harder than us. And that's what gave birth to teams like, Arsenal, the Invincibles. It gave birth to teams like Newcastle, almost made it but didn't. Blackburn beat us because Eric Cantona suspended for the year, 9 months, whatever it was. Small, key players make a big difference, but we drove all the other teams to be better, you know, because they all wanted to beat us. Now we're getting hammered like this, giving away. That was like that third goal was like that Paul Scholes, David Beckham goal. Beckham's corner kick, of course, was nicer because it was so weighted and heavy. You could feel the weight of the ball just connect with Scholes' goal. That goal, I forgot which team they scored against. From the corner, straight to Scholes outside the D box, Scholes one shot. Boom, like a rifle. And back then the ball is like heavier, not like the kind of material they are using now. And then that kind of goal being scored against me, against us, left leg, somehow, Mahrez, or right leg, whichever, who cares. I'm like, you feel pathetic. You feel pathetic. You feel how, like, that you want to be patient and say, okay, never mind, let's give it a couple of years more rebuilding. Now, why the heck we bought Ronaldo for? You think Ronaldo wants to stay here another season for a rebuilding project? 37 man next season. And then stupid talk about getting Robert Lewandowski. You must be joking, man. No Lewandowski, please. No more old people. We need young people. And now they're talking about that. Getting in young people to build for the future with a fresh squad. Ayo. That time what? Then by the time I'm 50 only, we're going to win the league. It's not far. But, Manchester United not this club. If 10 years already no titles, it's already one third of the way to Liverpool. Junson was saying one third of the way to Liverpool already. We'll be saying, yeah, next year is our season. Oh boy. That would be the ultimate embarrassment, man. Come on, man. We can't be saying that. La. Now, I would like to know your thoughts whether or not you guys think that we can finish in fourth place, because the team doesn't have any identity now. Which one of our players yesterday is the team leader? Like, can you imagine Maguire going in there halftime, trying to, push the team up, trying to tell them play better? I know Bruno is not a problem fella. He'll be going there and telling them, okay, it doesn't matter who's captain, who's this, let's just go, let's just play. I mean, I'm sure I have a feeling Bruno is that guy. I know he'll be tantrums and sulking, but that's good because he needs to keep the other players on their toes. But at halftime, who's going there and talking when the bloody captain's armband is on Harry Maguire? So I don't know, man. I felt like halftime when they came out, I thought there was something there, and then suddenly third goal came in, and then you all went down the toilets. So who are the leaders in this team? And I'm also very concerned now. If I hope Ronaldo went there to get treatment, I hope he left in this private jet to get treatment and not sulk. I really hope, man. Just because of the way Ralph Rangnick answered the question yesterday and said, like, he's not so sure. So I don't know, man. I feel rebuilding process next season, if it's a mass exodus of players out, yesterday was the match that told us it needs to happen, isn't it? None of the defenders were solid. Lindelof finally, you can see Lindelof, some say, oh, this game he played well, that game he played well. Yesterday he played like crap. It was terrible. If you look at Harry Maguire, the typical some good and bad, hot and cold, more cold than anything else. Very kelangkabut. Teles started. I was a bit surprised. Bisaka started instead of Dallo, and then it seemed now, it's not easy to be a British reporter. All you need to do is, oh, this fellow played many games. Now he's not playing this game. There must be an issue. Oh, the manager preferred Dallo for 8 games in a row. Now suddenly he finds himself in the bench. So let's start another new rumor lah. A new rumor that, hey, Dallo is not happy now because Wan-Bissaka starting ahead. So you see, the press is also contributing to this bad negativity in our club. They keep writing about stuff that, the internal problems between the club, which honestly any club also will have. Like, why not go and write about the internal strife in Manchester City or in Chelsea that is also quite bad, right? You know what I mean? Chelsea fellas also arguing, fighting, the fans all racist like hell during the game that day, during the solidarity time. City's English players, except for Foden, not playing that well. But it's still that obsession with Manchester United. Still writing about it. So the press is contributing to the bad feeling in the dressing room. The English players who read the press will know what's happening. I don't know whether the South American fellas give a crap. I'm sure they hear rumors here and there because the family members will make them aware, and I'm sure the people who work for them, the agents, not will make them aware so they know how to react to it properly and don't make a mistake. But at the same time, it's contributing to this thing. So now, if nobody wants to come and lead the team, nobody wants to come in and take charge, nobody wants to come in and lead this, then you're going to see incidences like yesterday, lah. There's no leaders. It's like only David De Gea is the one, the oldest player there, the one who's been there the longest. Only David De Gea, I feel, is the one who might still have the team spirit, but he's not that kind of vocal guy. You know what I mean? He's not a Keane, not a Cantona, He's not a Paul Scholes, He's not like that. We need, even Evra also used to captain the team. So we need one of those, lah. Rooney. We don't have those. We don't have the fighters because none of these guys have the Manchester United DNA. And then now next season, they're supposed to have a new manager in. Is this manager going to have Manchester United DNA? I remember when Brendan Rodgers went to Liverpool, they're doing all these PR stuff and all that, and then tapping the logo and all that nonsense, and then he's talk about the history of Liverpool and all that. Yeah, that went down the toilet. Now we keep chopping and changing managers. Micah Richardson get Conte yesterday. That guy smoking some good stuff. What nonsense! Get Conte, get the hell out. I agree with Gary Neville. It was a stopgap measure because they knew it had to be a rebuilding. Maybe the board do know what they're doing. Maybe it was a conscious decision not to get anybody in the January transfer window. Maybe it was a long term decision, a long thought process behind taking Ralph Ragnick here now because another manager is coming in. But then rebuild again. Like you go for all the PR events, you go for all the media events, you go for all the club events. You know what the club is about. But because they also pandai cakap, they know how to speak. They can just go to all these events, talk as though they are bleeding Manchester United, Mancunian. But in reality, it's different. I think I'm worried that the players have given up on the season, and then we're going to finish in 8, 9 place. If you want to get into Champions League place, let's just say honestly, cannot. I think you should at least finish 5th place or 6th place, something. Maybe, get it automatically because somebody else got in. The rules like you win the FA Cup, you don't, or you win the Champions League, the next fellow goes in for qualifying. I would like that. Instead of finishing 7th or 8th place with West Ham and Wolves above us, it'll be City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, West Ham, Arsenal, Wolves challenging for 4th place, and then maybe us in 7 or 8. I feel that right now. I'm so happy we're playing Champions League this season, and then next season we're playing the Scrap League. How Ronaldo going to handle? The recovery time is going to be bad. It's going to take longer. Oh my goodness. I cannot help it, guys. Today I just had to go on, had to keep. I couldn't tahan seeing the Rashford thing, I felt like they just saw Rashford's contract running out, and then they say, okay, it's March. We got nothing else to write about. They didn't get any information on who the next manager is going to be because during the press conference day before yesterday when they tried to fish, Ralph Rangnick said, I don't know. I haven't thought about it, and I'm not in those conversations. The guy tried to trick him and say, you say you want to roll. He said, no, I didn't say I want to roll. I said, at the end of the season, when he reaches there, then we'll see, which is true. He did say that at the end of the season, we will see. He never said he wanted to roll. He's smart. The English fellows try to trick you into saying something, and they know you maybe didn't mean it, but you said it, so they quickly write it. Now, after Manchester United lose, all the attention is on these websites, these news portals. So you need to churn more crap, Keep churning more crap. James Harden, keep cooking. You know what I mean? So they keep on cooking, lah. So let's all play a game then. Let's play a game today. What Manchester United news is going to come out tomorrow? Let's see. We can start with Eric Bailly. Okay, Eric Bailly now wants to stay because he said that Harry Maguire is crap and he has a chance to be the future Manchester United captain. He's got brand new cybernetic enhanced legs. So Eric Bailly. Let's start another news. David De Gea now wants to change citizenship and get English citizenship because now he feels like he's a Manchester United, a true Mancunian, since everyone else in front of him are playing like ass. Let's see what other new. Cristiano Ronaldo set to leave at the end of the season to join PSG. What, you telling me it can't happen? Hell yeah, that can happen. Why not? I think it will be quite bad for his reputation lah, because he came back to Manchester supposed to end his career here and all that. And all. I think he probably would have been dreaming about that. But the way we're going next year, rebuilding, and the guy cannot even play all the games. I thought the team played okay yesterday without a real out and out striker. I thought Bruno was running, but he's getting tired lah. Pogba was good in advanced positions, but he doesn't do enough tracking back. That's my problem. Scott McTominay, non-existent yesterday. Everyone always praises Scott McTominay. So remember I said I'll hold off. Remember, I said I'll hold off on criticizing him. I watched his interview after the match, and he was good. He spoke well. In fact, I like what he said. Also said about problems in the club. He said, "That's not for me to talk about the problems in the club. I don't know." But son, you played badly yesterday. Scott, you played badly yesterday, bro. You didn't play very well. You let your guy Bruno run all over the place, man. So what happened? Really, what happened? If they say the midfield you want to bring in the kids next season, maybe the kids will run all over the place. I'm worried about the football sense, whether they'll know. So you need experience, and that's the one we need a lot of luck. I think if you play the juniors next year, we need a lot of luck. Because the senior players who play season in, season out, even if you play like 3 seasons in the Premier League, you are tough as nails, man. Different playing in the academy. And then in training, how hard are these guys going in training? How much can they improve the juniors in training when we are also getting beaten by Watford 4-1, Leicester 4-2. Can't beat Watford again. There 0-0. So these guys are not really going to get a lot of experience or a lot of crazy practice or crazy sessions playing with this crop, with this lot of players. So more questions than answers after this game yesterday, I feel. Don't know. Beginning with Ronaldo, whether he's angry or not. Issue. I think Cavani has shut down already. Was it a tactical problem? Why weren't they running after the ball and City held 92% for the last 25 minutes? What's the midfield going to look like next season? Now we have to put all that aside and focus on Spurs. And I honestly, let's see, against the game against Spurs, I hope Ronaldo doesn't start. Yeah, I hope Ronaldo doesn't start. Why? Well, I would like to see one of the other guys try to play in front. Maybe I don't know. Rashford didn't play much yesterday. Maybe put Rashford. Let me check the sound. Yeah, maybe put Rashford up front. Can try Elanga up front, or put Bruno at the back now, or somebody else lah. I was thinking maybe try like Amad Diallo. I think probably would have started, but I was thinking maybe try somebody else because the game is on Saturday, Sunday early morning for us. So let me see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So he got 4 days, 3-4 days to recover. He needs to train. But if he flew off to Portugal, most likely he's not going to play. So who's going to start in strike against Spurs? Spurs doing well, right? They want to come back? No, the feel good factor is back again. They're scoring goals, they're letting in goals. They must have been quite happy to see us get battered, but I'm thinking they'll also be wary because they know we can bounce back. We're not a bunch of losers, lah. Let's be honest. Okay, look. We're not a bunch of losers, but we're playing like a bunch of losers. Okay. Let me just see. I want the game against Spurs, right? Oh, lost the thing. Sorry. Focus up, baby. Yeah. There we go. Can't move. I want a game against Spurs. After Lindelof played so badly yesterday, maybe you should start with Bai. What's up with the guy anyway? Is he still healthy or what? What's going on, man? Like some nowadays lately, I don't go and read who is caught on the who is caught on the training ground. These fellas are seeing this training ground. I try to put my lineup a little bit early so I can get some traction because I'm trying to hit that million mark. If you're here at this point, man, I would really love a like and subscribe, man. Trying to hit that million, yo. So I always put my lineup early so you can get some traction. People can read it, have a look, scrutinize me, scrutinize it, say I'm crap, say I'm full of shit, say, hey, this thing is not going to work. Tell me, man, I don't mind. Tell it on the channel. Let me know. I like to know your opinions as well. I'm reading the Twitter words. It's crazy, man. It's full of nonsense. I like to know what you guys feel and I like to react to that. So let me know your comments. We also got a poll going on for a manager poll. Check out the place Cousin Roy's Talking Manchester. And please, man, I would love you guys like to know who you guys would like. Right now, apparently the leading person is Ten Hag. I'll be honest, man. My pick is still Luis Enrique hasn't changed. Okay. Oh, Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti. Forgot about that. It's either Luis Enrique or Carlo Carlo Ancelotti. I want Ancelotti there. Man, I'm singing his praises right from the start, man. If Carlo Ancelotti comes right, and they say he can't turn his team around, then 100% it is the team. Yes, yes, I know you're going to say Cousin Roy is already the team lah. What nonsense are you talking about? I say yes, guys. I know Tambi. It is. I understand Tambi. It is. It is the team that is bad, but I also put stock in managers lah. I mean, they are the one. The buck starts with them and ends with them, isn't it? They put the team sheets up. They pick the players. They set the training sessions. Only thing they cannot handle is the fitness of the players and the schedule of the matches. So, and then if they lose, so it'll end with the substitutions that they made that didn't work, the formation they played, and the players they started, and how the team played on the day, which means how their sanubari mentality, all that kuasa siswa kuasa kepala, all that, how all that then they'll start judging that on a bigger picture. So if the buck starts and ends with the coach, that's why I put stock in coaches, and I feel like maybe some coaches could have done differently. Like I don't think Carlo Ancelotti will coach the same way as Rangnick. The pressing and whatever, come in, play 4-2-2-2, and then realize, hey, these guys cannot play 4-2-2-2 because they're so indoctrinated into 4-3-3 and then 4-2-3-1 later on under Oli. So he knows he knows he can't this one. Carlo might like me where I was talking the other day, Carlo might come try the diamond formation. I would like that. Keep the midfield compact, keep the size maybe a little bit loose, and then try the wing backs running up and down. He might have had a different role for Bruno and Fred for Fred. Instead of him playing behind, he might put Fred in front, Bruno behind. Can what? As long as the team is winning, I don't think any of the guys are going to be complaining so much, except Ronaldo, lah, because he wants to score a goal every game. Nobody will care. You look back at the games, at the teams when Sir Alex Ferguson then were dominating 97, 98, even as far as you can go further, 96 or so, but 96, 97, 98, 98, 99, we were dominating. Actually, a lot of the games we won 1-0. A lot of the games we won 1-0. They're very, very close games, guys. If we get a goal in the first half or something, then the whole game will be quite boring. You love watching it because it's exciting. The second the team starts pressing more and more and more as time is running out, right? But Manchester United always stays solid in defense. So when they kept doing that game after game after game, they started building so much confidence. And then like you've seen all the interviews from then until today where Rio and Vidic said we had such telepathic understanding. We didn't need to shout as much on the pitch. We knew what to do. Both of them were reading the game the same way and knew how to react according to their team, our team, Manchester United team of that time. You know what I mean? Like I've always said, when Rio sometimes sees they're in trouble and he'll just smash the ball out. He'll just kick the ball. He won't care about keeping it in play and all. He won't give a crap. Reset. Right now, I think we cannot do that because the moment we kick the ball out, the guys are taking too long to reset. They're still struggling to keep the ball in play. And then the other team gets the ball and then run, and then we are not tracking back. But back then, you look at how we play. A lot of 1-0s. A lot of times we found it difficult to score the second goal and close the game, but we held out for the 1-0s. Everyone did their job. Rooney running every game non-stop all over the pitch. Remember? Even David Beckham when he loses the ball. Remember what David Beckham did when he lost the ball? Non-stop, he'll harass. The guys who play monkey around him, he'll keep chasing them, man. And sometimes he'll make them make a mistake and he'll get the ball. Did you see anybody doing that now? I see Fred trying it. I see in the first half a lot of them trying it. Then comes the second half. If you're not in a good position, out. When you're playing against stronger teams, we don't have a stronger mentality to overcome these stronger teams. Cannot. Manchester United were always a team that can overcome anything, especially if it was mental. Any mental problems, any mental issues, we were always the stronger mentally than the other team. Now you have a very open game against Leeds that day 4-2. Then we play a drab game against Watford 0-0. And then we're probably planning to play Ronaldo there. Ronaldo's not there. Cavani's not there. We play like this. And then nobody wants to cover. Nobody wants to defend properly. Oh, okay, we gave up already. It's 3-1. Let in another goal. 4-1 as I'm clocking off. It's 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm still watching it. I love the club. I want to watch the game. But I'm switching around. As I'm switching off, as I'm doing the watch along, the fourth goal comes in. So now, you look at this whole, like, can we actually bounce back and get a result against Spurs? Who's going to start? Who do we start? Do we start with the same team that day if Ronaldo is not fit enough to come back? Do we bring Fred and McTominay, continue playing Pogba, and then if we don't have a goal, bring Pogba out in the 60th minute? Or do we keep Pogba out, put one of the youngsters inside there, put Fred, McTominay, and Bruno in the midfield? Put maybe Rashford as a striker. He played before a striker. Rashford striker, Elanga and Sancho. Try lah. Look, Rashford got no form, right? He has to find his form somehow, right? Let him try lah against Spurs. I don't know, man. I feel like they can bounce back because they are professional footballers and they want to play football. I know Bruno will be one of the main fellas there saying, yo, forget about what happened. We just need to forget about it and move on. If I'm a footballer playing for Manchester United now, that's what I would say too. I say, all right, man, bad loss. We need to put it out of our heads and then move on. Like after the losses 4-2, 4-0 against City, Liverpool, and Leicester and all that, and they had to move on also. But eventually the manager only got sacked. So in this instance, I know they put it out of their mind already by now. No point dwelling on it. You'll watch the tape and see where he made the mistakes, try to improve on it against Spurs, but Spurs playing differently. We might be able to score a goal against Spurs. I was worried that we wouldn't be able to score against City lah, and then true enough, it was a beautiful goal lah. I got to give it up lah. Sancho got to play like every game. I feel the more games he plays, the better he's becoming. Ilanga also, you know. Rashford, play lah. Ronaldo's injured. What hip flexor? He can't shoot the ball when you got a flick hip flexor injury. You can't play well. You're not going to be able to smash the ball as fast as you want. You know what I mean? And he's a master technician in how to carve goals. So start one of these clowns lah, or play 4-3-3, 4-3-3 or something. Try not to give the ball away so much. But we need the wingers to run more lah. And I don't know whether Scott McTominay has really recovered from his illness because he still seems to be. I don't know, he played really poorly like yesterday. I hardly saw him on the ball. Like how other games he really exact himself. The previous two games he played, not apart from the one that he was injured, he was getting yellow cards. He was harassing them. How come yesterday he couldn't harass anybody? You know why? Because Bernardo Silva was running all over the place. It's like like some rubber band thingy. Pass here, move there, pass here, move there, pass here. Scott couldn't cope. He couldn't cope. So are these guys actually going hard in training or not? You don't have the lungs to compete with City. City is the gold standard. If City are 10, right? Let me be very honest here. City are 10 yesterday. I'll put us around a 6 lah. If you want a little bit of luck to win, to finish the Champions League, we should be around a 7 or 8 with some luck. If you are a 6, we're not going to get anywhere. If we're going to finish in 6th place lah, and we're going to miss out on the Champions League. So Scott didn't play very well yesterday. Pogba did whatever he wants to do, and then that was the end of it. Bruno running around, but then a few passes here and there was not going well, and again he was out of position. When we were down by the goals, he started to play according to the position because he said, "Oh my god, I need to do my defensive duties." But before that, he was all over the place, so people don't really know how to cover spaces where he leaves empty. I saw it. I forgot who said it. Was it Roy Keane who said it, or somebody said it, right? When he's running all over the place, he's leaving certain places open, and the other players don't know how to cover. And you got guys like Paul Pogba don't have the heart, don't have the blood, the Manchester blood in him. He's not going to run around and cover for me. He doesn't want to get tired. He doesn't want to injure himself. He just came back from an injury. He's looking for a big contract next season. Probably one of his last contracts. He's already 30, coming on 30. So Paul Pogba not going to run all out. Hey man, I don't want to hurt my Achilles, man. I don't want to hurt my heel, my hamstring, my calf, my knee. I don't want to. You know what I mean? Who else ran his butt off yesterday? Like honestly, who ran their butts off yesterday? I say Bruno. Bruno ran his butt off. I would say Bisaka with all that covering he had to do. You saw one Bisaka was all over the place, man, with all that covering he had to do, all that running he had to do. Okay, can lah. Put one Bisaka lah. Okay, can. I put one Bisaka. I put Bruno. Bruno was always running. Oh man, I feel like that's it lah. Elanga was okay. He didn't get the ball much. Didn't get the ball much. But Sancho, no, especially the defensive duty. That first goal when the interchange and all that, and then Bernardo put that cross in, right? I just wish Sancho went and covered lah. My analysis I saw, right, he pointed. The guy got the ball on the left. He did some interchanging with the guys on the left. Pump, pump, pump. You have one Bissaka, you have Bruno and Scott McTominay on that side. Someone other got the ball, crossed the ball in between with one Bissaka's leg. As the build-up was happening, Alex Telles was standing there and he's pointing. Somebody watch Kevin De Bruyne. Again, he pointed. Watch him, watch him, watch him, watch him. Next thing, Harry Maguire is standing there. Of course, Harry's watching the ball. I don't think it's his fault. Telles decided to stay away from Kevin De Bruyne because there was another guy behind him. It was Mahrez. So in case the ball goes behind, Mahrez gets a shot. He's covering, but he kept pointing. Sancho's looking at the ball. The ball is near the corner. So I don't know. Maybe he should have shouted loudly and say, "Hey, Sancho, quickly mark him," or something like that. Have that presence of mind, that urgency. And then by the time he realized, he saw the cross, he came to get the sliding tackle. Hey, we're talking about Kevin De Bruyne here, man. That guy is the the bomb, man. Like, yo, Kevin De Bruyne ain't going to miss from that position. So where is that urgency? That's the thing. That's that big thing that is missing. Quickly, lah, lah, right? That guy is going to, he's inside the D box, man. He's only like, he's at the penalty spot. And the three guys there can't stop two fellas, can't stop one fella, Bernardo. And you standing behind, Harry Maguire in front of you. No one, I don't know who's wrong, who had the wrong positional sense. I was saying after my reaction video, after the thing, that I wonder if Varane was there, whether he would have been in a better position. The problem is no one is calling out anything. And the closest person to tell us at that time was Sancho. He didn't run back and cover. So all these small things the players are not thinking about. It's not in the back of their mind. Like, you're playing against City, right? You need to be 150% from the start all the way until the end. Mentally, you got to be tuned in like that all the way until the end. The mentality of this group of players yesterday is just abhorrent. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you think it's just a one-off? Do you think that, maybe City were too hard for us and perhaps we didn't have Ronaldo there, so it made a difference? Was Scott McTominay, did Scott McTominay have his good game? Was he poor? Should we not have played him? Let me know all this, man. Like, no comments is wrong. And if it gets spicy, let it get spicy, man. We don't want things that are bland. In Asian countries here, over here, bro. You know what I mean? Weather is going to crap. I don't know what's happening, man. Raining, flash floods in my country. Man, trying to get some happiness by watching the club play, and then the club's playing like this. You know what I mean? Like, you stay up late and all that to watch the game, hoping something. Oh boy, it was way more fun last season when we were coming back. Started badly and then suddenly we were winning and then moving up, beating teams. You know what I mean? Under Oli, we would have whacked City, right? No fear, isn't it? I think the build up when Oli was there for derby matches, like, way different, man. I think, like, yo, y'all better be ready, man. Y'all better light some fire under your butts. You know what I mean? Get your sleep. You know what I mean? Don't sleep with your girlfriends and all that for one day. You know what I mean? Keep them knees fresh. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like Roy Keane, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure the players are looking after themselves. Doesn't seem like there's a culture of drinking in this Manchester United team, I hope that most of them are on that level, like Phil Foden, because Foden has his own chef and all that. The guys were talking about it the other day, the Gary Neville, Roy Keane. Because Roy Keane after games, he'll go and have a pint. Certain matches, he'll have a pint until the AM, get up, take a break, and then, they have a break from training. Then next day, he'll go. So he would eat whatever he wants, eat a kebab, whatever after. after drinking, never looked after himself. Foden, as a young man, already doing the fitness. This means he's doing the stretching, he's doing the fitness. If he had the money, probably he bought the Cairo chamber so he can recover. These are what people are doing to be champions these days, man. You cannot be behind. Tiger Woods started it with golf. Ronaldo was the one who did it with the football, the technology and all that. LeBron James, basketball. But actually, that I give it to Jordan lah. Jordan, that technology was LeBron James. Any of our players doing this? Huh? Paul Pogba went for Fashion Week. Paul Pogba went for Fashion Week the other day, taking pictures with Robert Lewandowski and all. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because if you're invited for this kind of thing, go and be happy. You must have a life outside of football, and plus he's not injured and all that. It's okay. You can take a trip. Plus, when you're not training, I don't expect you to stay at home and do nothing. You need to have a life, get your mind off things. So I was okay. I was surprised to see Robert Lewandowski there, and I think seeing Robert Lewandowski at that fashion show, so I was like, I felt a little bit better. I was like, okay, he's there, so shouldn't hit Pogba so much. But yeah, on your free time, I think you should be able to do anything. It's just that I just don't understand why this team can't find any good cohesion. So I guess I'll wrap it up there. Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. A like and a subscribe. I will love you. We're trying to hit that million mark. Just to summarize, the club just isn't clicking. Maybe against City was a good litmus test. The gulf is 3 levels because we lost 4-1. So we need to make up for those 3 goals. Or try to learn how to defend from those 3 goals. Either way, I hope we do well against Spurs. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Do tune in this weekend. As I do not talk anymore about my FPL because it's crap. But let's preview the Spurs game. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for tuning in. I'm your boy, Cousin Roy. Everybody's cousin, some people's uncle. I'll see you.